I'm currently in Texas with my fiance, and today we're celebrating our anniversary. And turn up the prayer life, turn up the fasting life. Going to be premarital counseling, be on my face praying. I don't want infidelity. You talking about a lifetime? Somebody cut you off in traffic and now you gotta talk about venues. Filthy, disgusting, and filthy. Exactly 1 month until we get married. I don't wanna talk about that. What? Why is it giving clown? I feel like I'm prone to anxiety and worry. It's currently 7 o'clock. Got 30 minutes to do our makeup and we're gonna get it done. Also, if I'm looking this way, it's because I'm getting the mirror. My mirror is right here. This is a super light beat, if you will, because it's literally 7 o'clock and we're only going literally down the street to a place that we really wanted to go to for some time. So that is what we are doing. Literally, I have been craving Cheesecake Factory. Matter of fact, I'm actually going to leave Texas to go back home, and he is coming literally the next day. He comes on Friday and we're going to Cheesecake Factory on Friday. I'm so excited for that. Anyways, first step after I did all my skincare was go in with this Maybelline Grippy Primer. It's what I've been using ever since I stopped using the e.l.f. Hydro, what is it? The e.l.f. Grip, the e.l.f. Power Grip. The green one though, because I went to Ulta one time and I couldn't find it and somebody was saying this is literally the exact same. I would beg to differ. I then go in with the Power Grip Matte Primer by e.l.f. I feel like I've changed my makeup a lot since the last time I recorded my makeup, so bear with me. And this is going to be an easy beat. This is like a very, very easy, like very quick beat, but I don't know. This is like kind of a random get ready with me. I literally told him 2 seconds before that I was gonna be recording. I'm very excited. I feel very blessed. I feel very happy and I feel very blessed to do this with him. He is such a gem. Like literally he is such a gem, and he is one of the most patient people that I know. He's so loving, he's so caring. He is so supportive, he's so encouraging, he is so forgiving, he's so gracious, and I feel really blessed because I feel like I'm almost like it feels like time went by so fast, but it also feels like it's been more time because we've literally gone through so many things just in terms of like life. I'm very blessed to know him. I'm very blessed to be known by him. I'm very blessed to be loved by him, and I'm so excited for our life together. And literally from the day I'm recording this is exactly 1 month until we get married, so I'm very ecstatic. Like literally I'm very happy. So for my eyebrows, I don't really do them anymore. I kind of just like brush them up. I do want like a laminated look. I will go in with the Ardell brow glue and then this e.l.f. two-sided brow brush. One is like a spatula to like laminate them down, and then the other is a spoolie. We're having a very small courthouse wedding, courthouse ceremony with our immediate friends and family, and then we're going to have a very small like reception with literally our friends and family as well. So it should be a really fun time. Again, I'm just so excited. Like I'm so excited to start life with him. Like obviously there are so many changes and so many different things that go on, and something I was telling my girls maybe a month ago was that in the age of social media, it's very easy to just be oversaturated with content. I think very early on, like I know this is a tactic of the enemy. I feel like I'm prone to anxiety and stuff like that. I know this is a tactic of the enemy to make me fearful, which I'm like, okay, Vivian, you know it's a tactic of the enemy. Lock in. Try and clean up my eyebrows so that I don't have brow glue on my face when I go in with my face makeup. Anyways, I know this is a tactic of the enemy. I feel like I've been seeing so much divorce content, cheating content, infidelity content. I read Strangers by Belle Bergen. I read that book and it was oh, I felt a lot of emotions. And I feel like Kyra, what's her name? I'll put her channel up there. I feel like she touched on it so beautifully and she said exactly what I wanted, to where she had said like literally people don't realize the sacredness of marriage, and I think our generation, my generation, suffers from that, like just not seeing how sacred marriage actually is. I'm going in with the Danessa Myricks blurring balm powder in 9.5, but I feel like our generation doesn't understand the sacredness of marriage. And obviously when you have a different worldview from the majority of the world, right, the Christian worldview, the Christ-like worldview, your thoughts on a lot of topics are going to just not be the same as the rest of the world, and that's just that. And I feel like reading that book, seeing so much content, and like having personal ties to like divorce and things like that, it can make you very worried, right? Like it can make you very worried. But I think I had said what I need to do is just turn down the content and open up the Bible and pray, because one of the best things that you can do, especially as you're gearing up and being like, you know, I want this specific thing to look like this, is to not just be like, okay, I don't want infidelity, I don't want these things, but to go a step further and be like, this is what I do want, and have an example of that. And I feel like for us, this looks crazy. Our example is Jesus's love for the church and the church's love, honor, and respect for the Lord, and that is what we want to emulate. And having that, like, we've had conversations, like, it's not enough for us to be like, okay, we saw this in marriages growing up, we don't want this. We need something that is foundational and sure. But anyways, it's been a lot of content that I've been consuming lately. That's like the biggest red flag. Like, girl, turn off the TV. You literally do not need it. Like, please turn it off. Should I do my edges? Should I do my edges? Should I do just cutesy edges maybe? I should. Let me go get my edge brush. Okay, for my edges, I typically go in with the edge booster. This is the one that I have had for some time, and then a spoolie. This brush, can you see that? Filthy, disgusting, and filthy. I know what the thing I need to do is turn down the TV and turn up the prayer life, turn up the fasting life. Like, girl, what I'm coming to realize is it is that serious. It is that serious. Yeah, girl, it is that serious. Like, if I'm getting up on an altar in front of people, friends, family, importantly, if I'm making a covenant with God about this person, girl, I better be on my face praying. Like, what? You talking about a lifetime, girl. You talking about a lifetime, and y'all both got, you know, past, and you're both unique. You have different ways of thinking. Like, you talking about a lifetime? Like, you talking about a lifetime to subscription, girl? Yeah, it's that deep. It's that deep. I'm trying to make the edges, like, not serious, like, very girl-la-la. But anyways, I'm getting married in a month, and whew, when they talked about wedding planning and just like, mind you, our stuff, we're doing things very small. Like, we're not even doing a lot of stuff, and still, like, oh, make sure you like the person that you finna marry, because there have been times when we just will, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a rough day at work. Yeah, somebody cut you off in traffic, and now you gotta talk about venues. You gotta put money down. Like, I don't wanna talk about that. I want to talk about it, but you know, you have to talk about that. It's definitely been a process, and when they talk about wedding, like how it freaking like will change you. Like, you are changed by how people act. You remember how people act when you were about to get married. I think they say you remember how people act when you're about to get married and when you're about to give birth. And I'm not even trying to be funny. This whole process, how people have acted, it has made me take note for the future. Me and Granola always say, if this is how people are acting when we're getting married, imagine when we have a kid. Yeah. This has just made me realize how much tighter the boundaries need to be. If there's one thing we've learned, is that the boundaries aren't tight enough. The boundaries are not tight enough. Oh my gosh, the crazy, like, people will talk to you insane. There are some conversations that I've had that I think about now, and I'm like, there is no freaking way that y'all thought that was appropriate to tell me, like, to speak to me in that manner, to say those things. I think also it's made me feel for people who are labeled bridezillas. I'm coming to think it's not the bride, it's y'all, because the things that people have said, the way people have acted, it has been so insane. You would think that we are somebody and getting away with it. Like, I do not understand. Oh, sorry. For concealer, we are going in with Kosas concealer in 8.5C, and then kind of like go in between my makeup. We have the Kosas Cloud Set Airy Setting and Smoothing Mist. Now, I ran out of my fixing spray, which I have the bottle here. Oh, this is an empty bottle, but typically I like to use the L'Oreal Infallible 3-Second Setting Mist. This is on the same level as One Size. I feel like maybe One Size is a bit, like, it edges it over. For $9, $10, $13, whatever it is a close second to One Size. What I do want to get is the Danessa Myricks one. There was another one I did want to get, but anyways, girl, when I tell you this season, Lord have mercy. But I think for the most part, we are very excited to transition into the next season, and like, we have so many goals that we want to do. Oh, for blush, we are using e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush in Wild Berry. Is that what it is? Berry Well. It's Berry Well. I feel like I've learned so much. One thing I was telling my one friend who is married, Emma, I think I was telling her, I think it was her, maybe it was Dom, I don't know, it was somebody. I was telling them how in this whole process, in the engagement process, the one thing that I recommend now is going to be premarital counseling. There is no way. Like, I think before I was like, we should definitely do this because you hear it's such a good benefit. But I think I was also like, I don't really know what to expect out of it. We did it with the church that I used to go to in Virginia, McLean Bible Church. Oh my gosh, we have learned so much about us. We've learned so much about our dynamic. We have learned so much about just recentering our focus and being more Christ-centered in how we see marriage. Has been so helpful. One thing we say now is like, we want to make each other's jobs easier. We want to make each other's roles easier. I want to make his role at leading like easier. It's already hard enough for somebody to lead. So I want to make that easier for him. He wants to make it easier for me to love and respect him and honor him. We have just learned so much. Like we've genuinely learned so much. We've learned so much about our conflict resolution styles. We've learned so much about our communication. We've learned on areas that we need to work on. We've been able to have weak points called out of us and like make it a point to continue to have those harder conversations. Also, the light is going out. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that is one thing that I recommend so much now, and I literally can't even imagine not doing it. Like literally, I could not even imagine getting through the season without that. It was like a 2.5 month course or something like that, and we're literally on our last session this coming Sunday with our counselors. They have been absolutely amazing to us, and I feel like we've definitely learned a lot. I'm also going in with the Camo Liquid Concealer by e.l.f. Hi. Yeah, I probably would not even have thought about how beneficial premarital counseling would have been until we actually did it, and now I actually can't even imagine not doing it. It's so important to do it because it helps. And another thing I've learned, you cannot do this alone. You cannot do this alone. Like, because we're both kind of introverted, like we don't have a lot of friends. I'm so grateful that we get to sit with our premarital counselors. I call them like mentors because I'm like, y'all aren't certified counselors, but still. But we're with another couple as well, so it's nice to like talk about these major issues with other people, because it, you know, you go through the video, you watch, and you're like, ugh, you know, this is us, like this is what we deal with, this is what we struggle with and stuff. But then you get to your sessions and then, you know, the guys are agreeing or the women are agreeing, and we're like, you know what, I'm actually really similar to that degree to, you know, you, Vivian, or like, you know, I actually really struggle with this too also. And it's just, it's such a nice thing to have. I'm trying to hurry up now because it's like actually dark. I forgot I got a new concealer brush. Oh my gosh. Girl, I'm so excited for that. But anyways, what other life updates do I have? I'm moving. So I'm moving from the East Coast to Texas, which is insane to me because I've always been an East Coast girl. Like, I've never not lived on the East Coast, even when I was in college. I grew up in Delaware. I'm originally born in Philadelphia and was raised in Delaware. And I've always just been on the East Coast. I've literally always been on the East Coast. And this will be my first time living somewhere that is not by the coast. I feel like I've said that 50,000 times. Yeah, I'm like trying to get adjusted. I think with how often that I have come this year, I've definitely been getting accustomed to certain things. The culture, the antics, different things like that. Why is it giving clown? Why is it giving Hong Kong? This is the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush, just in case anybody wanted to know. Probably nobody cared. I'm also leaving my job, which is crazy. I feel like I'm talking very low, but it's because I'm not trying to be hooting and hollering, and you know what I'm saying. But I'm leaving my job that I have been at for nearly 4 years, and it's my first big girl job, and I'm just feeling all the things. You know, I didn't think I'd be so emotional because with this job there was I had a lot of responsibilities, so I just thought I'd be like, woo, thank God, you know, the responsibilities are over. My nose looks so textured, it's not even funny. Oh yeah, but I'm leaving my job. Feeling a lot. I feel like, especially as I like start the process of transitioning out, like preparing my transitional materials and whatnot, I've definitely grown. Like, this was I couldn't even write an email when I first got hired. Like, I literally did not know how to write an email, and now I'm like, I was responsible for a number of our grant programs. Yeah, and I got to be a part of a organization whose mission was to support autistic people, which I love. I have autistic relatives. My fiance has autistic relatives, and I'm deeply impacted by the community. My first research position job was at an autism center in Atlanta, Georgia, and yeah, I care so much about people who are. He got a jersey the other day. But anyways, yeah, I'm very passionate about serving people who are stigmatized. I work so hard to my core for us to speak about things that are stigmatized. Like, I hate that, and I hate when people feel that as if they can't like discuss things that are stigmatized, or they can't like ask for help because this is taboo, or you know, whatever. Like, I feel like we as humans, like, we crave human connection, and we are literally limiting ourselves. But yeah, can you turn the light on pretty please? More stylish. Oh, that, I don't even know if that helps. But yeah, I'm very passionate about people who are stigmatized, and I hate when things are stigmatized. So hopefully in my new career path, which is me going into nursing, this is the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. But me going into nursing, I'm hopeful to continue to be a part of that in destigmatizing things like mental health and whatnot. So obviously that's like the longer route. 7:28, I'm supposed to be done by now. Yeah, that kind of brings me into my third update, which is nursing school. So I am applying for nursing school soon. Obviously I'm a little nervous because I have not been to school in 5 years. So is it 5 years? I graduated 2022. 4 years. So that is a little bit nerve-wracking, but I feel like I'm very hopeful. And every time I talk to people, they're like, yeah, you know, I can see you as a nurse. I can see you as a nurse. Unless I'm craving some stability with the way that this job market is, girl. I'm craving some stability, and I'm craving some, maybe an easier route to do career upward progression without giving away 7 years of my life with no paycheck in school. So it's still me wanting to be involved with research. For some powder blush, we are gonna go in with the Essence Soft Touch Powder Blush. This one is Exotic Daisy, and this one is Electric Peony. And we're just gonna go in and blush it up. I feel like, actually, no, we're not gonna do that first. First, we're gonna go in with some bronzer. We're gonna go in with the Milani Baked Bronzer in number 4. This is Sicilian Sunset. And the reason that I'm going in with this is because I did not want to spend $40 on Miss Rihanna's Fenty Beauty. I didn't want to go in with Rihanna's because I can't spend $40 right now on makeup. So we had to make do with the drugstore, which I feel like it still works. Aside from that, I feel like those are all my major updates right now. I'm getting married, I'm moving, and I'm starting nursing school. I love right now, as I'm like doing this whole transition, I love watching YouTube that inspires me. Somebody who I've been watching a lot is Nurse Brat. I love her content, and I love the life that she is living, to where she is just able to like work 3 shifts, have a break, go on vacation with her somebody we don't know. I love that life, and I want that. I want like some stability, especially because my fiance is going to be going to medical school. So like, girl, some stability, especially as we progress in our careers and have to start a family and things like that. Like, that is what I want for us, for our family, for our future kids. And like, even for me, like for my career, like I want some stability as I get back into, God willing, the research field. Being able to do that. Now we're gonna go in with the Essence blushes. I'm trying to hurry up because I know he's like about to be ready to go. I'm gonna go in with Electric Peony, I think this one is first. This one looks purple. And then we're gonna go in with this one, which is Exotic Daisy. I like this one because it doesn't have like that chalky sort of afterglow that some blushes have. Like, I love the fact that it doesn't have that, and it doesn't look like you're white on your face. What I need to do is wipe off the excess powder. I think I might go in with the Mocha Mami by Fenty on my eyes just a little. I do feel like that's all I wanted to talk about. I can't even lie to you. I think the last thing I'm gonna go in with is some mascara. This is the Ilia mascara that I actually put my mom on, and I saw that it was clean, and I was like, I need it. Oh, I forgot to put like a finishing cleanser. The Sephora collection compact powder, but I feel like maybe we are okay. I need to wash my hands because I'm wearing a white dress tonight on. My hair is twisted, and yeah, my battery is literally about to die. Right, looks handsome, Alexander.